Bobby,
this is not satellite radio.
No,
right.
This is not Sirius XM.
Oh, that's what
that's
the
where
lady
we came
said.
from.
The lady
Yeah.
who got the show before us. She said, "I can only imagine Bobby on Sirius XM."
She can go back
Because we can hear, even though he not cussing, we know he wants to. We
He
can
ain't
hear
never
it.
done no Martin Luther King. That's how I have.
That's
You
it.
know, you have
Yeah.
that.
Oh, boy.
You know what?
man.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And fuck you.
boy.
Next.
That's Bobby.
We'll be right back out of these breaks.
Right.
Now, when we was over at Sirius XM, boy, it was woo-wee, man. Everybody was cussing.
Boy, we was out of control then.
Yeah, we had Bishop Don Juan cussing up in there.
Everybody was cussing.
Yeah, good bishop. But I don't know if Arizona's food gold or not. If
You talking about the Cardinals?
yeah.
Amen.
That defense is coming on, man. That
Amen.
defense is coming on, and they
We got 3 minutes.
Buddha Baker is the truth, for sure. Isaiah is the truth. When they lost J.J. Watt, they lost a piece of that defense.
He out for the year.
Yeah, he gone.
Oh,
He gone, easy. He gone.
okay. It does make a big.
Because his presence, it was obviously he's past his prime, but it was his presence on the field to be able to kind of traffic control those guys in the interior.
But then again,
The secondary is weak.
they gonna. Well, I don't know now. Wasn't they still got some?
All you got to do if Matthew Stafford throws the ball up to Van Jefferson, they got no chance because all Van got to do is jump straight.
But
up.
can Matthew Stafford be relied on?
Hell no.
Yeah.
You gonna count on Matthew Stafford?
Over what, Jared Goff?
That's
I will say
tomato,
Matthew
tomato.
is better than Jared. No,
Music for
no.
today?
My brother.
I mean, I don't want the elder statesman over
He
here.
picked the song last week, man.
you
Survival, the OJ.
I was gonna say some Bobby Blue Bland, but
You know what I'm saying? It man picked the record.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh man,
You can offer that to her. That's a much better work, honestly.
let's do Villain Park. We out here, but you can only play the first 20 seconds.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, like 25 seconds at the most.
Is it cursing?
And after the 38th second, yeah.
Well,
So I said just cut it.
oh, okay.
That's why
Because we need a clean one now.
There ain't no clean one.
Ain't no clean one. So
Ain't
you,
no more. There's
you-
mashed taters and corn.
you picked the curse
Who was
word.
the artist?
Ain't no more green bean.
Who you say?
Bobby, you don't know. Bobby always hated hip hop, by the way.
I didn't always hate hip hop, man.
He said, "This ain't music, boy."
It ain't.
There ain't no real. Oh, that rapping rap.
Goddamn music, man. Shit.
It was not.
60
Hell
seconds,
nah.
guys.
How it could be a music with no musicians?
How do you know there's no musicians?
Shit, I done listened to enough.
So you listen to the Chronic album, and there was no musicians on the Chronic.
The Chronic.
Dr.
Yeah.
Dre's the Chronic. You gonna tell me there's no musicians on that? You gonna tell me if you listen to Doggy Style, there's no
Pre-record is going to run a
musicians?
little over, so we got about it. The pre-record's running a little
Well,
over, so we got
see,
about an extra minute.
Extra
You
minute.
gonna
All
tell
right.
me?
Here's what I appreciate. The relationship, Boosie Collins is a longtime friend of mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he finally got into the minds of a lot of these young cats that run out there on the stage with 30 motherfuckers grabbing these Johnson and everybody say yo.
But wait a
everybody
minute.
say
But wait a
this and that
minute.
and the
But
third.
correct me if I'm wrong. Did hip hop not give another shot in the arm to old school music to where the new generation can actually appreciate old school music?
Somewhat, yes.
No.
I love y'all chemistry already. This beautiful. I knew it was. I said, boy, when I get Nick, we got Bobby together.
No, somewhat, because y'all music would have died if it wasn't for hip
No,
hop.
no, no.
No, I don't think it would have died because those are
It'd have been-
classics.
Excuse me.
Wait,
Let
let
me
me
rephrase that. It would have been on life support.
No, it wouldn't have been on
No,
life
yes, it
support.
would,
All you
because-
gotta do is go to Europe.
If you,
Japan.
we're not talking about Europe.
it's
See,
the
you want to
world.
go off. You want to go off. I'm talking about in the
music is worldwide.
United States of America.
No, you limited in the conversation.
No.
NovaTime is about to
United
be
States of
fire.
America.
Oh my God, NovaTime is about to be crazy.
This is not Bobby.
This is
Bobby
not the
Williams
music capital of the world.
and empire of Bobby Williams and them. This is the United States of
Who is Bobby
America.
Williams?
That's Bobby Glanton.
I mean Bobby Glanton. Sorry, excuse me. I'm saying
You
this
think
is
you
not.
particular about your name?
Bobby
bro.
Glanton.
That's why I corrected myself. I
Smith.
corrected
Wait, that is Glanton-Smith.
But what I'm saying is, okay, I'm not disputing what happens in Europe or in parts of Asia or even on the continent. What I'm saying in the United States of America, it would have been on life support because there's a whole generation that has not listened
Right.
to a bunch of music. No different than the
That's
generation
true.
today. A lot of kids don't even realize Ice Cube was actually a rapper. They think he's an actor.
But we will say this, but
because of the generational gap.
no, and there's some validity to that point. But the only thing the only caveat that's still there is classics. When a hit is a hit and a classic is a
It's been around
classic,
for 50
it
years.
transcends generations.
Some of it does.
Yeah.
All of
But
it.
no, some of it does because if all
All right.
of it,
What's going
30
on?
seconds, guys. Here we go.
Will be a popular 50 years.
yeah, that's
from
what.
now.
But I'm saying that's I'm saying some of it. I didn't say none of it. I just said some of it. This dude gonna tell me hip hop ain't got no
Oh, let me
musician.
turn my
You gonna
phone.
ignore DJ Quick, who's the ultimate musician. Who you think you is? DJ Quick? Kid Capri? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. All you do is spin records. That's Bobby. All you do is spin records. All you do is push buttons.
I'm glad you realize that.
All you do is spin records.
I'm glad you
He
appreciate that.
the elder statesman in the back, man.
Because if the power go out, the show is over with your crew.
Uh-oh.
No, it ain't.
He said we ain't got no instruments. We can't
So
play
we
no
gonna
music.
so we gonna disrespect DJ Quick. We gonna disrespect all
No,
the
it's not
musicians.
disrespect.
No, that's what you saying. You
Okay,
saying no
all right,
musicians.
all
If
right.
the power go out,
This is a
music
different
style.
show. This is a sports show, not a music show.
We get on sports.
Hey, here we
But
go.
it's time. It's time.
10 seconds.
I don't want to get jumped in the parking lot, so I'll leave Bobby alone.
oh no, I don't go that way, bro. No, hell no, man. No, you got too much thickness for all of that, yeah.
All right, Mike Shabazz in 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. My whole team is back in here. And Bobby and Nick are already at each other's throats. This is going to be an amazing show. Welcome back to NovaTime. Your brother Zoe Williams is in the building with my homeboy Nick Hamilton. Made it back finally. What's up, Nick?
Man, it's been a long journey, man. But I found my road back to Damascus.
And then you already know the man that been holding it down for you, my big brother. He's wise beyond his years, even though he got years on all of us. My big brother Bobby Glanton-Smith is in the building. What up, Bobby?
Man, if I was doing any better, I'd have to take something for it.
Oh, it's
Sound like an old player, don't he?
Do you understand me?
Oh,
Here-
foul. You done fouled already, man. Man, I almost quit school because they had recess, man. I don't play, bro.
Oh,
See,
Bobby
there you go.
don't play. You understand me? Listen, let me just break this down for you real quick. You do know that this is the holiday season. Listen, KBLA Talk 1580 is currently having a toy drive. We are requesting that our listeners bring an unwrapped toy or gift card to the KBLA studios here in Los Angeles in the Leimert Park area. The address is 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard, just south of Vernon. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. between now and December 22nd. All toys will be donated to the Union Rescue Mission in Los Angeles, California. For more details, please visit KBLATalk1580.com. If you find it in your heart to donate a toy to put in our toy box by December 22nd. On behalf of the children, we thank you in advance for your consideration and cooperation. Well, let's just jump right to it. NovaTime's a sports show. We in here to talk sports. And some major things have happened. USC coach got the boot. Now, we know Helton, he was terrible for years.
Gomer.
Yeah, he was horrible for years. Then the assistant took over. What was the assistant's name?
Dante Williams.
Dante Williams. He had a chance to do something.
He had a chance in hell.
Yeah, he was a snowball. It's fine. But he lost against UCLA in the worst butt whooping.
He got annihilated.
He got destroyed. So he got fired. But USC just pulled off a haymaker of a coach, in my opinion. If we could have got Urban Myers, that would have been dope. If we could have got Tomlinson, that would have been dope.
Who?
Tomlinson from Pittsburgh. I'm just saying the rumors.
That
People,
was
you know how
never
they just throw people's name in there,
I
right?
mean, your name and my name was thrown in the hat. That we all know what that was never happening.
But
come on,
Lincoln, that's an interesting guy. And a lot of
Is that who they
kids,
got?
yeah, the kid from the guy from Oklahoma,
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley. Now, listen, a lot of the kids that he had in Oklahoma are leaving Oklahoma and coming to USC. What is the impact, Nick? What is the impact of this coaching hire, and how is this going to change the culture at USC?
Well, I think it's huge, number one, because you got a guy that knows how to win who took over and pretty much in the shoes of Bob Stoops at the time from Oklahoma and got, 3 pretty much Heisman Trophy finalists, 2 Heisman Trophy winners out of that bag, and then also being able to get Oklahoma and continue to keep Oklahoma on the map. Now, the smartest thing that Lincoln Riley did was come to USC because he knew full well he did not want to go to the SEC because we all know that's Nick Saban country, and you do not want to be a part of the SEC, which is pretty much the best conference in college football. But for USC, I think it was a home run because they needed somebody who was young. His man is about 38, 39 years old, And USC, when USC is great at football, it makes college football better. It makes the Pac-12 better. And so now you have competition again because USC, we all know, has once upon a time was a football powerhouse.
And it gives a contender to the SEC, a Pac-12 contender. Because usually when USC is good, they contend with the SEC pretty well.
I think that's changed a little bit. I think when you look at the Pac-12 now, they got to get some things in order. Number one, but I think with USC being the premier destination for a lot of recruits now, at least that's coming back where you can be able to get to guide guys in your backyard. And I think something when we talked to Lincoln Riley that day of the press conference, one of the things he emphasized was making sure that he was able to recruit out of his backyard, which is Southern California and Northern California as well, because even in the Heisman Trophy race, you got 2 guys that are from Southern California that could have been potentially USC recruits, but because of Gomer Helton not realizing the potential, they went on to Alabama and Ohio State, and C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, Pasadena. Bobby, your thoughts?
I think it's a single as opposed to a home run. That job should have went to T. Martin.
Oh,
What are you stuck in 1990?
Wait, from Tennessee, T. Martin.
Why would T. Martin get? First of all, let me clear something up. Number one, here's why you're wrong. Number one, college football is about recruiting.
And
you have to have a
recruiter.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the name. And
You don't need no name to go out there and get the horses.
you do too need a name. Excuse me,
No,
but we're
you
not
don't.
looking for. Wait.
No.
We're not looking when college football goes down. Number one, I just named 2 college coaches.
They
Arguably
ain't
one of the
won
greatest.
no
Hold on.
trophies. They ain't won no trophies. They got some Heisman,
Nick
but they ain't got no
Saban's
trophies.
never won a trophy.
Well,
We ain't
of
talking about
course.
Nick Saban.
No, that's what I just said.
We're talking
If you
about
let
the
me
SC coaches.
Well,
30
if
seconds.
you let me finish, what I'm saying is Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, who we just mentioned,
Neither
okay.
one of them coached out here.
But they got names. That's the whole point. Is what you're missing.
So when we come forward, this little scuffle will continue. We have many topics to cover in the world of sports. When we come forward, NovaTime, Zoe Williams, Nick Hamilton, Bobby Glanton-Smith.
You forgot T. Martin built the offense out here and recruited.
And what did that do?
Recruited.
When was the last time?
All right, but listen,
When
this
was the
is what-
last time
this
USC won a title since
They
Pete
didn't
Carroll?
win
But
with
wait,
none of the
this
coaches
is-
you just mentioned.
This is what
though.
I need. I both you guys have wonderful perspectives. I just want to make sure y'all don't talk over each other. We want to be able to give each other space.
I'm gonna
And then I'm going to throw it to you.
back.
I'm going to throw it to you just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
everybody
We
can
live
get
in a
what they
digital
need.
age. He's still in black and white. I get it.
Why you say that?
I'm in digital. He's in black and
So
white.
what is T. Martin doing
and you know
right
what
now?
you see either way? The picture.
And
the picture don't change.
But your picture ain't clear. My
Shit.
picture is razor sharp.
No, they clean.
Really?
They
Because
clean.
when's the last time
You
T.
talking
Martin?
about
When's the last
coaches
time
that
T.
ain't
Martin?
won shit as a coach? They
Wait,
have-
T. Martin. Let me
Wait,
just remember.
wait. We
T.
talking about-
Martin.
wait.
T. Martin is
He
Tennessee,
deserves a head
right?
coach. Yeah.
Quarterback
But it ain't
Tennessee.
at
That's what he talking about. But he was the offensive coordinator at USC for several years.
And how many national championships did they win?
You don't
under
win
T.
a
Martin?
national championship as an offensive
Somebody
coordinator.
said 2000.
What What part?
You don't win
No, but he's a part of the coaching staff, right? So if he runs the offense, if he runs the offense, that means he's part of a coaching staff, correct? So how many national championships did T. Martin win with that coaching staff?
Somebody
he was
said
a part of?
he wasn't the head coach. The head coach is the head coach.
No. I asked. No, you talked about T. Martin like he was up there.
So look, when we
They
come
had
back,
great offenses when he was the offensive coordinator.
What did that translate into?
but wait, hold on, guys, come on.
The same thing did with your boy that you mentioned.
Oh, what, Nick Saban?
Well, wait,
No,
when
Nick
we
Saban
come
is Nick
back,
Saban.
Urban Meyer?
wait, I gotta
Urban
say
Meyer,
this right.
Urban Meyer, but none of those are in this
Bobby and
discussion.
Nick,
Come on, man.
when we come forward, I'm trying to say
No,
it
that's why
right.
we're talking right now. I ain't gonna do that on the air.
When we come forward,
Yeah.
UCLA,
What about him?
the possible exit of Kelly.
Well, now not so much because the defensive coordinator from Georgia is going to take the job this week. So I'll mention that as well.
So good. All right, and then for that second piece, we're gonna talk about AD, Lakers. You know where they are right now.
Stitches?
Yeah, they are on life support.
The Lakers been on life support ever since LeBron became the GM.
I dare you to say it.
I mean, it's not like everybody else ain't said it.
Well, let's get active.
It's not like
Boy,
nobody else
Bobby and Nick, they chili pepper. I love it though. I fucking love it. They chili peppers. Woo! All right. Y'all got me almost cussing on the radio. I'm
They got they
butt whoop.
They asking for a butt whoop.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna read this one more time, and that's the final time I have to read it.
That's Curtis Mayfield,
That's your music, man. All right, Bobby,
All
that's
day,
your
man.
music, man.
All
I got
day.
you.
Hush, my child.
He
We
reminiscing that juke
going
joint.
wild.
He back at the juke joint.
1 minute.
1 minute, guys.
Wow.
That's Bobby's song.
Oh my God.
Nick over here wiping his face. Oh, God.
Oh my God.
With the holidays in full swing, join in the festivities at Lowe's.
30 seconds? All right.
Start by getting $20 off the Craftsman 20-volt Max Drill Kit. Was $79, now $59. Or Blackstone Riddles with an everyday low price starting at $149. Make more holiday at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Valid through 12/15 while supplies last. U.S. only.
Welcome back. We are rooting for everybody black. KBLA Talk 1580.
NovaTime has come forward. NovaTime is Zoe Williams and Nick Hamilton. Prime time. Sports show. We getting it in right now. Before I get to our next topic, let me tell you again, I have to remind you. Listen, please, and this is a call to action to all of our listeners here on KBLA Talk 1580. We are requesting our listeners to bring an unwrapped toy or gift card to the KBLA studios. The address is 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard, just south of Vernon, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. between now and December 22nd. All toys will be donated to the Union Rescue Mission in Los Angeles, California. For more details, please visit KBLATalk1580.com if you find it in your heart to donate a toy to put in our toy box by December 22nd. On behalf of the children, we thank you all in advance.
Because Santa Claus goes straight past the ghetto.
Santa Claus. All right, let's get to the Lakers. Well, before we get to the Lakers, what about Chip Kelly, UCLA football? Is he out or is he in? I heard he was possibly out. What's going on, Nick?
Well, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of talk this week about Chip Kelly possibly returning back to his roots with the Oregon Ducks. I know there was a lot of support in Eugene as trying to get Chip Kelly out, but Chip Kelly has a $9 million buyout clause in his UCLA contract.
And UCLA is a public school. This ain't Notre Dame or USC.
Right.
Right.
So, but then, I mean, my thing was this: he finally built a winning program at UCLA. At least he started to build that. I mean, he's had some losing seasons. They finished 8-4. They're going to the Holiday Bowl against NC State at Petco Park later on this month. That should be a win for UCLA. So they're probably in the finish at 9-4, which is great for a Chip Kelly program. And then the recruiting as well. I mean, Chip knows how to recruit. You talked about recruiting earlier. Chip does know how to recruit really well, and I mean that's finally paying off. But there's a lot of talk about him going back to Oregon because Mario Cristobal left Oregon to go coach the University of Miami, his old alma mater and stomping grounds.
Okay.
But now the Georgia defensive coordinator, Dan Lanning, is likely to take that job at Oregon sometime this week, which would be very interesting. I mean, he's the first defensive-minded coach since, was it Rich Brooks back in '94? So that should be interesting to see how the recruiting goes at Nike U, a.k.a. Oregon.
You already know. So Chip Kelly, more than likely
is going to stay, which he should. I mean, he's starting to build a culture there. He's creating a culture at UCLA. Obviously, they had a huge win against, LSU. They had the big win against USC. So
but
they beat
USC
some
was
quality
trash.
teams. Yeah,
that
but
wasn't
still,
a quality win.
But it's still your rival. I don't care how sorry your rival is. When it's your rival, they're
you gotta
going to
beat
get
them.
up.
Yeah.
They're going to get up for you. If no other games, they're going to get up for you.
All right.
So they were two signature wins that Chip Kelly put on. And I think it's a sign of things to come. If he continues to cultivate that culture and continue to build it up and get guys that believe in his system, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Now we have Lincoln Riley at USC, who I give about a year and a half to turn that program around. And now you got UCLA, who's already on the verge of turning the program, turning the corner. It's going to be some great football in Southern California.
All right. So let's get down to the real thing that Southern Californians want to hear. And that's the Lakers.
Do we?
I have a question, man. Is AD really a top 75 player? That's number one. Number two, is AD the real problem with the Lakers and not Russell? Because Russell has been playing okay. He's been playing a lot better since we first broached this experiment, I should say. Let me ask, is AD the problem or is LeBron just an old goat? I don't mean to say it that way. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
Bobby!
Yes, you did.
He's an old goat. It's okay, man.
The problem is the configuration of the team. They don't have youth, they don't have length, and they don't have the right leadership at this point because Russell Westbrook is Russell Westbrook. And he will never, ever be the point guard that leads a team to a championship, in my opinion.
Wow, that's heavy.
Thank you. Finally, a voice of reason here.
Hey.
Finally, Russell Westbrook. I mean, yeah, he's been okay. He hasn't been an apple turnover that we've been accustomed to seeing, but at the same time, he's still an issue. And the issue goes deeper than him. It goes deeper than Anthony Davis. Is Anthony Davis a top 75 player? Not yet. I would not put him on the list as of yet. We do a top 100. Of course, he's going to be in that.
Yeah.
Anthony, I said this before the experiment went down. Anthony Davis was the glue to keeping this team together, health-wise, and being able to have the ability to play and play with a heart like that Mamba mentality that he claimed to have had in what we saw in the 2020 finals in the bubble. So that we have yet to consistently see that out of Anthony Davis. I'm not saying Anthony Davis is a scrub by any chance of any spar of the imagination, but what I am saying is I think Anthony Davis has underachieved this season. We have not seen that grit of Anthony Davis that we witnessed a season or 2 seasons ago.
Does Anthony Davis have grit?
I mean, he showed flashes of it.
Bobby?
Anthony Davis is a small forward, or at best, a power forward. He doesn't want to play center, and in terms of his body style, he's not built to play center, and he doesn't want to play center. So that's, to me, a misuse of talent. The man doesn't want to play the position that they got him in, and it has affected his mentality about playing for the Lakers or any other team because of his skill set. The man is a freak. in many ways as a basketball player.
You guys have said it's real heavy stuff, and Bobby, you just opened the door to the mentality question. Is he mentally tough? Is he built for this? Because this was an argument earlier.
He's built to play small forward and at best power forward. Center, it just throws his game completely off.
Yeah, he's definitely built for the four. But, I mean, as far as the debacle has gone with the Lakers, I mean, you look at this team as it was presently constructed on paper. That's why everybody thought they were going to be the #1 team in the West. You thought, hey, man, they're going to have a clear-cut path if they stay healthy towards at least the Western Conference Finals, if not the NBA Finals. But at the same time, I agree with Bobby. The youth factor is not there. I like the Malik Monk signing.
Yes.
I like Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench. I like bringing Rondo back and Dwight Howard. I thought those were great pieces. But where is the youth? Turnover Horton Tucker has not panned out the way that we thought he was going to pan out. We lost Alex Caruso, which was another youthful vibe.
I mean, and he's contributing majorly in Chicago
because of the system too. And then also too, you look at with LeBron getting older. You have to surround LeBron with shooters. Since 2012, LeBron has moved further and further away from the basket on a consistent basis, which means you have to surround him with constant shooters, which is why a lot of us said that Buddy Hield and maybe another type of shooter should have been on that team versus Russell Westbrook, because Westbrook is going to be him. They want him to be a third option, but he's never played like a third option. He's always been the #1 option. Even with OKC and Kevin Durant in the early days and a young James Harden, he was always the #1 option. He played like that when Ben Howland was when he was at UCLA.
Right.
So it was the same type of situation. You can't an old leopard ain't going to change his spots.
Interesting. Let me ask. We've been in LA long enough to be able to kind of glean the direction that the Laker organization takes when they have a superstar such as LeBron James. Do you think the Lakers as an organization have done more during LeBron's tenure here than they did for Kobe when Kobe was here? Because remember, when Kobe was here, they said nobody wanted to come play with Kobe. Remember that? Now everybody wants to come play with LeBron. But do you think the Laker organization is doing the same kind of job they did for Kobe, or they're doing a better job because it's LeBron?
Well, first of all, everybody doesn't want to play with LeBron. Kevin Durant didn't want to play with him. Kawhi Leonard didn't want to play with him.
Right.
LeBron has assumed too much control over player personnel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that he doesn't know the game, but it's a different talent to know what pieces fit. And this team is really not put together to win a championship.
Well, LeBron is not a guy who wants a traditional point guard. You know that, because he's too ball dominant to have one.
Well, that's the problem. And see, he wants it to be the United States of LeBron James in there. He's the emperor, he's the king. That's not how it goes. And when you look at what Kobe, everybody can say what they want about Kobe, but everybody respected Kobe, but everybody wasn't up to Kobe's standard, much like Michael Jordan's standard. Because if you're going to play with Michael Jordan, you had to live up to a certain standard. The same thing with Kobe Bryant. That's why you saw the real ones versus the fake ones, the strong ones versus the punks.
Right.
And that's what and with LeBron is very soft spoken in a degree as far as not rubbing guys the wrong way all the time. But Kobe and Michael Jordan didn't care. It was like, look, either you gonna suit up and play or you not. We here to win a championship. We're not here to be friends. We're here to win championships. And general manager LeBron wants to control everything. That's why one of the reasons why he really left Miami is because Pat Riley put his foot down. He wasn't going to allow LeBron to run the show, much like they did in Cleveland and like we're witnessing with the Los Angeles Lakers right now. LeBron pretty much runs the show. He has his way, has his say, and then he gets what he wants. And he constructed this team. So if it fails, LeBron should get way more criticism than he's getting if this thing ends up failing.
No, that's a fact. Carlton from New Orleans, you're on with NovaTime. Holler at us.
Hey, I just wanted to comment on the topic right quick. I really think that Dwight Howard belongs in the top 75 and Anthony Davis first.
Wow, I can't argue that.
The championship that Anthony Davis got, Dwight Howard got the same championship.
Yeah.
And then Dwight is I know the game changed as his feet, but I feel like Dwight Howard did more in his time than a lot of the players in his time.
So let me ask you Let me ask you this, Carlton. Who had the more impactful role? Was it Anthony Davis in that championship run, or was it Dwight Howard?
Anthony Davis. Anthony.
No, let me let
Come
Carlton
on.
speak. You don't need a representative.
I got to speak for Carlton. Go ahead, Carlton.
Johnny Cochran, you don't need no defense.
Of course, Dwight, and of course, Anthony Davis had the more impactful run in the championship of his overall career. Dwight Howard has had a more impactful.
That's fair.
I don't know about that because when he was in New Orleans with Rondo, they made a serious run. They went as far as the talent allowed them to go because Rondo brought the best out of Anthony Davis, and they were formidable. He was unstoppable, really, when he was in Orlando. I mean, New Orleans.
As much as I hate to agree with Bobby, I'm going to have to. He's absolutely right. I mean, Anthony Davis was, especially, and also let's not forget, you had Boogie Cousins there too.
Ooh, yes,
So you had guys.
For a minute, they looked real scary.
They were
If Boogie
scary.
hadn't got hurt,
Right, exactly.
he'd have been definitely
They'd-
top
they'd-
75.
And they would have made it at least to the semifinals. At least 7
yeah.
games in the
Oh,
semifinals.
yeah.
They were taking a team with, like you
Yeah.
said, with that Rondo
Yeah.
experiment.
Oh,
and-
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
that-
played well together.
But really quick, hey, thank you, caller, for the call. We appreciate your insight. Dwight Howard, 2008 gold medal, 2020 NBA champion, Eastern Conference champion 09, three-time Defensive Player of the Year, 8-time All-Star, 8 All NBA selections, 5-time All Defensive selection.
Great
And you
stats.
forgot one thing.
Yeah.
Can't shoot.
No. Kobe bashing on Dwight Howard, welcoming him into the NBA.
Oh God. Yeah, that was
That's a
wonderful.
poster.
That
That's
was
That's still
wonderful.
a poster. Go Google it.
Always still is a limited offensive player.
But those were the Laker heydays. It was Kobe. I mean, but that guy, when you look at his career stats, that's Hall of Fame stuff right there.
We talking about, do you want the ball in his hands late in the game?
He's
Never.
definitely a Hall of Famer. He's definitely a Hall of
Yeah.
Famer. I mean, there's no question about that. Now, if you want to break down the intricate aspects of his game as far as what works and what doesn't work, absolutely, that's a whole different argument.
To this point in their career, who has the better career? AD
You can't compare the years.
or Dwight?
AD.
I'm
in my
going
opinion.
Dwight.
I'm going AD.
That's tough.
But injuries make this an uneven conversation because
He glass? Because the
Glass?
boy made of fiberglass.
No, that's
Oh,
glass
man.
holding. Who's no longer in the NBA.
You got certain people, man. They just have problems with injuries, man.
Well,
He's one of them.
part of it too is when I was speaking to a surgeon, and he was explaining to me why a lot of these guys like the Kevin Durant's and Pau Gasols have these, plantar fasciitis and all these type of injuries, especially with big men.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
Porzingis,
Yeah.
glass holding,
yeah.
people like that, is because they grow so fast as a teenager.
Body can't catch up.
Their bones and
Yeah.
the calcium in their bones doesn't catch up. So it's almost like their bones are playing catch up. And then a lot of these guys come from disenfranchised communities where they're trying to just make it and survive, so they don't have the proper nutrition
Diet,
to
All
be
that
able to
plays
get
into
to
it,
that
yeah.
point. It's not like
That's
now
fair.
when you see like Bronny James going to Sierra Canyon. They have some of the top, nutritionists
Absolutely.
and coaching staffs that get these young kids ready now because technology is different. The ability to be able to do research is different. So you go through these modes, and so unfortunately, a lot of these guys, had to be, I hate to use the word, but sacrificial lambs as far as studies are concerned.
Right,
So
right.
these new kids that are coming out can benefit from, unfortunately, their not having the proper nutrition and abilities to be able to consume certain foods. So I think that's part of the problem too.
No,
It
that's
is a
fair.
fact.
That's fair. Hey, you're listening to NovaTime. Me, Bobby, and my brother Nick, we in here arguing. The phone lines are open. The number to dial is 800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to the phone lines and we're talking more sports. I want to talk about Bruce Pearl at Auburn.
Is he still there? He's still
Bryce,
at Auburn.
Bryce Young is the official Heisman Trophy winner.
Oh, he just won?
Yep.
Oh,
won?
well, we got to acknowledge
Bryce
that.
He deserved it.
Pasadena.
Modern day zone.
Yeah,
I bet his parents is from Alabama. Shit.
they're from Pasadena.
They got an
And
apartment
because
in Alabama.
USC was trash, he didn't go there. He would have went there.
Well, Gomer told him they didn't need any quarterbacks.
What?
Stupid.
So Nick Saban's assistant found out, made a surprise visit, flew him and his family to Alabama, set them up in a suite, was like, this could be you playing for the University of Alabama.
Pasadena, be like, come on, man.
Went back, told him, grab your stuff. He's like, I'm signing my letter of intent.
Boom.
Signed it. That's why he played like 3 or 4 games behind Mac Jones last year.
That's a
It was
wrap.
in garbage time, but I mean, he got the reps.
He got the reps, got the little experience, and now he.
The only thing that bothers me about Bryce Young is 2 things. One, he needs to have the ability to run more. You can't just sit in the pocket and just throw all the time. You got to be able to move the ball in order to move the chains.
Well, the speed of the NFL is going to get his ass aware of
2,
that.
maybe yes, maybe no. And 2, he needs to put on about 10 more pounds
Yeah.
of muscle.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to be able to take those hits. Because you know he's going, if he gets whatever he gets drafted next year,
They're gonna play
He's
him
gonna-
right away.
Yeah.
he's going to play right away.
Yeah.
And he's going to probably be on a sorry ass team.
Yeah. The Jaguars.
God no. Anywhere but Detroit, Chicago, or Jacksonville.
Right.
Let him go. I don't give a damn. He goes to Atlanta. At least it's Atlanta. Damn, you got strip clubs. You got everything you need to get your mind off.
He
my
got
sorry
that in
team.
Alabama. He can drive right on
Nah,
over
but
there.
they ain't like Atlanta.
Hey Nick, how do you think the Deshaun Watson situation gonna play out?
I think he's going to play next year. I don't think
For
he plays
who?
at all. I think they trade him. I think, first of all, I think he pays off, which he was stupid. He should have paid them girls off a long time ago. This shit would have never came about. Number two, he cussed out the ownership. You don't ever cuss out. White folks have a problem with you not knowing, quote unquote, knowing your place. When you publicly said, I don't want to be here, and it was adamant about it, that's equivalent to cussing him out.
Right.
And all of a sudden, now these allegations come out after he was emphatically said, I'm not coming back to Houston, Texas.
Right. Right.
I know for a fact, talking to people in Houston, the lawyer that's representing those girls and the McNair family are friends.
I think he would be a perfect fit in Seattle.
But what? They got nothing.
Huh?
They got nothing.
They got who?
Nothing.
Shit, they got, what's that boy named DK Metcalf?
And then what
Metcalf.
else? And then what else?
You don't need nothing else because he going to stretch the field.
Nah, he needs something else now.
Man, when you got a receiver that you got the double team, it changes everything. It changes everything.
Hey man,
Please don't
everybody
say that
in
on
here, man. We got a few 125 people in my YouTube watching this show right now. They are loving YouTube.
Well, it's real energy and it's honest opinion.
Don't say that on air, please. Please don't say that on
We
air.
are on the air.
No, I'm talking about
What?
the rest of the air. Don't
The
say
rest
that.
of the air.
No.
30 seconds.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, in my opinion, is the most complete quarterback.
He
in
is.
the
He's
NFL.
definitely he was a top 5 quarterback, and I say was because he hasn't played obviously in a
Yeah.
while.
Well, ain't nothing
So
gonna change.
we don't know. Well, no, that's not true either because we don't
With
know
him,
what offense
ain't
he's
nothing
going to
gonna.
go in.
He got a healthy body.
Yeah, but we don't know.
and you
what,
don't
but-
lose the IQ and
No,
the,
but
and
what
the
I'm
gifts
saying,
that he
but
got.
what I'm saying is, how does that fit into whatever new system he's going to go into?
Well,
That's the key.
it's not the system he go into if they going to accommodate his skill set.
But it still plays within a system.
Ain't no sense in bringing him if you ain't gonna build a system around him.
You can build a. You have to build a system with him. You can't build one around him.
They did it for everybody else.
They played your record.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Real music, real time.
They done played Bobby's song.
You're reminiscing about the juke joint days.
It's still the place to be.
NovaTime, we back in the building. Man, this is the craziest sports show of all time. I love it. There's so much to talk about, and I want to get to all of this stuff. God, this one right here, I've been thinking about this one for a while. Because, you know, my boy, my son, whose birthday was yesterday.
Our boy.
Happy birthday to him.
Yeah, man. Down in the DR acting a fool.
Well, that's any way he played. He's ready.
Boy,
This
he
is
ready.
time.
Down there averaging 40.
This is
Giving
time.
him 40 every night.
This is time.
Jeez.
It's time.
And losing. How do How you get a team 40 and then lose? My son, New Williams, is a
Well,
professional
when you
basketball
play
player.
Listen, man, when
with
you playing
brick
that-
masons.
right? Exactly. The bricklayers.
They said, we not passing to you.
For nothing.
He
Man.
got 40 every night
Sound like they need to
and
run
no plays.
Let me tell
Sound
you
like they
something.
need to run that Will Smith offense, that
I'm gonna
Bel Air
tell you,
offense.
we mentioned the Lakers. If New was on the Lakers right now, LeBron would probably replace. Wouldn't even let him on the team because he would have to give up that shine because he no longer has the energy and the stamina.
Well, see, Nick don't really know New.
Oh my God! Whew.
So New is like a combination between, well, here's a perfect example. He's lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry West told him to play like Ja Morant. He said, "You just play like Ja Morant. That's what I want you to do." He's like Ja Morant and Russell together, but only he can shoot. He's a dead-eye shooter.
Ooh, that's
And
scary.
And
not
he's a lefty.
reckless.
He's a lefty.
He's not
real
reckless
smart.
like Russell.
But a super athlete like
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
dangerous.
50-inch vertical, 6'1",
Yeah.
left-handed, defensive
When you
ball
said
hawk.
you had me at John Morant. I think John Morant is an absolute stud. I think that kid.
He's one of the top
to
five
me, that
players in
kid
the
is a
league.
young Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a problem. He's
John
a
Morant is
serious
young
problem.
Kobe, for sure.
So here we go. The Auburn Tigers, 4 years later, finally placed on probation. Coach Bruce Pearl suspended for 2 games.
What?
The NCAA Committee on Infractions on Friday placed Auburn's men's basketball program on 4-year probation and suspended Coach Bruce Pearl for 2 games after saying he failed to adequately monitor former assistant coach Chuck Person and did not promote an atmosphere of compliance. Now, my son was at Auburn during this time. He was recruited by Chuck Person. They came to Santa Monica High.
You know why my mouth is wide open right now.
It is agape. Why?
How does
Bobby?
the assistant coach become the throwaway?
Man, when those investigators, listen, Auburn, the University of Auburn, went into the gym and told him, you're going to have to submit to our investigation. They told Bruce Pearl that. Do you know what Bruce Pearl said? Get out of my gym.
Godfather style.
Godfather style, boy. They said he didn't promote an atmosphere of compliance. He told them to get out the gym. He told the administrators of Auburn University, the people who hired him, get out of my gym.
Well,
I'm not talking to y'all.
they knew what to expect. They knew exactly what to expect from Bruce Pearl. That's like hiring Bobby Knight. You know exactly what the hell you getting when you hire Bobby Knight. The same thing with Bruce Pearl. So they should not be shocked or surprised or dumbfounded that Bruce Pearl talked to them pretty much like they had tails, because that's exactly what he does. Did you not follow his history when it comes to coaching at other universities? I mean, come on.
Well,
Come on.
The Bobby Knight analogy is misplaced in my opinion, simply because
You
Bobby-
know him? Because
Yeah.
Bobby know
Yeah,
people.
I know-
Bobby,
I know
you
Bobby.
know him. Go ahead, Bobby, talk to us.
Bobby Knight got black grandchildren.
And so the slave owners.
No.
So do slave owners.
That's true. But here's what every black player that went to Indiana University graduated.
Okay. Well,
right.
And if they didn't go into the professional ranks, which most of them didn't, he helped them get into other professions. In terms of that man's net result, in terms of doing right by his players, Bobby Knight is misunderstood.
So he's
and
misunderstood when we see
misappreciated.
him throw chairs, grab players up by
They
the
had it
collar,
coming.
By the
and-
neck.
by the neck,
They
and,
had
and,
it coming.
and disrespect them on the court at practices, and call them out their names in practices, and names that I will not repeat on these airwaves.
Yeah. That's
and
him.
that's okay.
He's damn right it is.
Wait,
Wow.
Because some of them
wait,
need choking.
hold on,
Wow.
Bobby. Wait,
Wow.
are you telling me
So you
that Bobby Knight used the N-word on
And
his players?
and that's okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay with me because the rest of them
I'm
use it.
done.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it's okay with me. I would rather somebody use it in my face than use it behind my back.
Wow.
I would rather somebody call me what that word means to my face.
I'm done.
Like The rest of them do behind my back.
Wow.
Bobby Knight, I'll tell you something right now. You can call Isaiah Thomas right now,
Talk to us.
and he's going to speak effusively about Bobby Knight.
So you up here caping for Bobby Knight? Even
No,
though you,
I'm caping for the
no,
facts.
no, you caping. No, you caping
No,
for
you can't
Bobby
tell
Knight.
me. No, tell me who I'm
you
caping
are.
for.
You are. That's what you are.
No.
It's proven.
No, it's not. I'm
Yes, it is.
caping
You
for
just-
what's
no,
right.
You caping. No, you caping for Bobby Knight, and
You
you're
done
excusing
walked
him.
out of here.
No, because I
and
got
then you
tired
done
of
come back and you gonna put words in my mouth.
because I'm tired of the
No,
nonsense.
bruh.
You up here talking
No,
nonsense.
no.
Number one.
It's not
Number
nonsense.
one. No, it is nonsense.
It's my
because you said-
opinion.
And your
my
opinion.
opinion gonna stand
And your
as
opinion,
my
and
opinion.
it's nonsense. That don't make it.
No,
this,
it's
it don't make,
nonsense
it don't
to
not
you.
make, no, it's nonsense because
It's
you sit
nonsense
up
to
here.
you.
How
You
the
don't
hell
even
can
know
you sit
Bobby
up here-
Knight, and you gonna
I
sit
ain't
up there
gotta
and
know
tell
Bobby
him.
Knight.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, but
I
wait a
ain't gotta
minute.
know
Can't
Bobby
talk
Knight
about
to know.
somebody you don't know.
Hey, but wait a minute. Let me say this.
Oh, and you do.
Wait.
I do.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
That's foolish.
In my opinion, these coaches, man, they be using these kids, and I'm glad for one, and I'm going to ask you both about this. I'm glad for one that the kids are now able to get these endorsements because the amount of money that the basketball coaches control, the amount of money that the football coaches control. You listen, just a few years ago, these kids weren't eating and still having games and had to be at practice and had to be at study hall. And then by the time they get home, a cup of ramen noodle, and then the whole process starts again. So I, for one, am glad that even if it's a slap on the wrist, Bruce Pearl, 2 games, suspension, as if he
Misplaced.
was totally unaware of
He
what
knew
was going on.
everything.
Do you guys remember what happened in Louisville with Pitino?
Oh, Rick Pitino, yeah.
He
With-
got a
with
slap on the
strippers.
he got a slap on the wrist too.
Right.
Well, yeah, in the same regard, absolutely.
I mean, he didn't go to jail like Chuck Person.
right, exactly.
They locked Chuck Person up.
Chuck Person went to jail, man.
Or even the Arizona head coach when he had the scandal with the Arizona head coach.
Wait, what happened with the Arizona?
You remember it was a HBO documentary that came out how they were paying coaches to paying guys to recruit certain players to the University of Arizona and other universities, and I think DeAndre Ayton. They said they had.
Oh, that's right.
They alleged they gave DeAndre Ayton and his family $100,000 to sign the letter of intent for the University of Arizona.
Sean, what was his name?
Sean, they ended up getting rid of him, or he stepped down, I should say.
Why they get to step down? Bobby, how come they get to step down and we go to jail for them?
We know why.
That's a rhetorical question.
We know why.
But let's circle back just for a second to something.
Yes.
Bobby Knight has been in more black neighborhoods in L.A. than he
Lord,
has.
here we go.
He has supported the American program for the last 40 years.
Explain to them what the AmeriCan program is,
The
Bobby.
American program has saved and changed thousands of lives across the United States. It was founded by Jim Brown in 1988, and it has saved and changed thousands of lives across the United States and parts of the world. And the 2 biggest supporters he has had in that tenure is Bill Belichick. 2 of the biggest is Bill Belichick and Bobby Knight.
And they weren't using that for their well, at least
No,
Bobby
they
Knight
weren't
was-
ball
Hold on,
players.
let
These
me-
are
let
not
me
ball
ask-
players.
Wait,
Let
let me
him
ask the
finish.
question
Let-
first before you start caping up for Bobby again. Let me ask the question before you start answering.
1 minute, go.
What I'm asking is, so you don't think that Bobby Knight was using that for his own personal gain to get access to players or access to people that knew players to get them to Indiana University?
No, because none of the
Wow.
kids that I know that came out of the American program ever played for Indiana.
I didn't say
None.
they played for
Zero.
him. I said they knew players that could
No,
get there.
No.
Okay.
It didn't happen.
When-
We don't know him.
I don't have to know and know he's a freaking white supremacist.
When we come forward,
He's a white supremacist. Okay.
fight night on NovaTime continues.
He been on Normandy, Hoover, all of these streets.
That don't mean shit.
It means shit. It
It
means
don't
something.
mean shit. White
it means
supremacists
everything.
don't. No, it don't.
He a
You
white
think
supremacist to you. To me,
How is he not a white supremacist? He using the
No,
N-word.
he
A
don't.
white man using the N-word is okay?
all of them use the word. What the
no.
fuck are you talking about?
So what,
All right, but
what the
listen.
fuck are you saying? You're
But
not,
listen.
You're not making no sense. You sit up
I'm
here
making
going,
perfect
you sit,
sense.
no, you're not. You sit up here and defend a man using a white man
That I
using
know.
the N-word. I don't
Somebody-
give a damn if
wait,
you
wait,
know
wait.
him or
Hold on.
not.
Somebody in the chat room said something very important. They said we lose context of time. He said, I'm with Bobby. Dean Smith probably said Ninja too.
Absolutely.
Does
So-
that make it right?
Doesn't make it right.
But it
But
makes it
let me,
real.
but let me say this to the 2 of you. I love the passion.
Turn it down. I'm gonna turn it down.
But
I'm gonna turn it down.
no, not all the way down.
I'm gonna turn it down.
Down. Come on, Bobby.
In other words, I'm not gonna get into an argument over facts with him.
Okay.
Yeah, what,
Because
fact.
my
You can't-
opinion
that's
is
your
my
opinion.
fact.
But that's not fact.
But
that's
you can't
your opinion.
overrule
That's
my
your opinion.
opinion.
But your opinion don't make
with something
facts.
that's not substantial.
But your
you do
opinion
not
is not
know
facts.
Bobby Knight.
I don't have to know Bobby Knight,
And you
sir.
can't speak on somebody you
I can't
don't
speak
know.
on him. I'm speaking
How
on
you gonna
what-
speak
You're
on
saying
somebody
you're
you don't
speaking
know?
on his actions.
I'm speaking on his actions. What are you
Well,
talking about?
no, you don't
sit
know
up
his
here
actions.
caping up.
How
I
you
don't know
speaking
his
on-
actions. The man just read it. What are you talking
No,
about?
I just
don't know
told
his
you his
actions.
actions.
Wait,
His actions
come on,
is
man.
he
You
has
sit up here
helped
caping.
more
You
black
so blind.
people.
Somebody in the
blind
chat room
caping up
said,
for him. You
hey,
can't
listen,
even see straight.
listen,
Come on, man.
Come on, guys.
dude.
Let's not.
You don't know.
He
somebody.
said- he said-
I don't have to know. I
But
know
listen to
of
You
this.
him.
do have to know him before you can speak on him.
Listen
I'm
to
speaking
this.
on what I know as
But
far
you
as what's
don't
being
know
put out
nothing.
there.
You don't
Oh,
know
I don't know
nothing about
nothing
him.
now?
Not about
Come on.
Bobby
Somebody
Knight.
in the chat
But you
room
all
just
know
said,
about Bobby Knight. You condoning a white supremacist using a white
All
man
of them
using
are
the
white
N-word.
supremacists.
But we
Fine,
talking
that's
about
fine.
Bobby Knight, so don't try to deflect
But wait,
on what's
Nick,
going on.
Nick,
You,
Come on,
you,
man.
you saying
Hey, Nick.
you can get away with using, as long as you don't get caught using the word, it's okay.
Nick, bring it down.
That's bullshit.
Wow.
Bring it
No,
down.
what you saying is bullshit because
Bring
you
it
sit
down.
up here talking
Nick.
about something that don't even make sense.
Nick,
rebates
bring
and
it down.
resources LADWP offers
Bring it
to
down.
help you conserve water.
Listen, this is a great fucking conversation, but we got to be able to have it in a civil way. He is our elder, and we got to respect
It's not even
him.
about me
It's
being
not-
an elder.
I respect you.
I
but
only
I'm
speak
saying I don't
of
respect
things
what
that I
you're saying.
know about.
I understand that, buddy.
That's all I'm
I
talking about, what
understand
I
you.
know.
I understand you.
I'm not disrespecting this man. I'm saying I don't respect what is being said. I don't disrespect him.
Well,
Got
I'm
it.
disrespecting what's being said. I'm
Right,
not
and that's
respecting
why
what's being
I'm
said.
trying to moderate the energy in the
I'm
exchange
good with that.
so that we stay respectful.
I'm
No,
gonna
I know.
I'm
I would
that.
never disrespect this man.
Thank you. That's what I wanna
This
hear.
man showed me respect from the time we got out the door.
Yes.
To where we are right
I'm
now.
always
So I'm not.
showing- yes.
I'm not disrespecting this man. I'm not respecting what is being said.
100%.
That's all I'm saying. That's a difference. There's a difference between disrespecting someone and not respecting what someone is saying or
Good.
agreeing with someone is saying.
There we go.
We're gonna
That's
agree
a
to disagree.
No,
That's
fine.
what I want.
And
There
that's
we
fine.
go.
Disagree.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, my point was, okay, that's your opinion. I don't knock your opinion. I was never knocking your opinion.
There we
What
go.
I'm saying is, don't make it your opinion to be fact, because it's not fact.
It is a fact
No.
that Bobby Knight is
It's a
helping a
fact-
lot of
it's a
black
fa-
people.
It's a fact predicated on his experience
It's your
with Bobby
experience,
Knight. Right.
and it's right.
It
But that's
helps a lot
a
of
portion,
black
which is
folks.
only a portion.
That's only a sliver.
It's a portion of who
That's
this
more
man.
than a
Unless
sliver.
you live and
The
stay
man
in the
got
bed
black
with the
grandkids.
man,
How many
you
white
don't
men
know.
got black grandkids that he claimed?
That
We
he
go down.
claimed.
We can go down to history.
All right, look, 1 minute. 1 minute
There's
when
a
we
lot
come
of white
back.
folks that got black kids.
That
Hey.
don't
grandkids.
claim them. He
1
claimed
minute.
them.
Last names claim a whole lot.
So listen, when we come back, Stephen A. Smith dating Jalen Rose's wife, Molly.
What?
That's the rumor here.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I ain't.
Or,
I'm gonna let you take that
Yeah,
one.
I'll speak on that rotten such and such.
oh no, it's all over the place. Everybody's talking about it right now. It's
Well,
all over.
So that's the reason why that Jalen split from.
Yeah.
I thought he's got. I thought she got on his last damn nerves because she gets on my last damn nerve. That's why Molly Quorum.
Molly was only there because she had the face
Oh wait,
and the articulation,
And she's a fake
and she
Kardashian.
would sleep with whoever she needed to sleep with. This ain't the first.
Why?
That ain't
I'm
my
not,
first rodeo.
I am not saying that. All I know
I will.
is that she got you already had.
She was
man.
going with a football player before that.
I'm not touching that.
Oh, Jalen.
I'm not touching that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's that woman's private business. Whatever
No, it
she
ain't
do,
private.
Whatever
was
she
going-
do is her business.
She been
I'm not
dealing in
touching
chocolate
that.
for some time now.
I'm not touching that. I'm leaving that alone.
have you ever seen Floyd Mayweather's uncle? Floyd Mayweather's uncle, rest in peace, man. Roger
Yeah.
Mayweather.
Good man. Good man.
Just keep putting that stick on him. He's gonna be ready to go in the 9th round. Just walk him down. That's all it is. He ready to go now.
Shoot, Roger Mayweather was a G.
I love Roger Mayweather,
Absolutely.
man. I watch Floyd's fights over and over again just so I can hear Roger Mayweather
Yeah.
in the corner. Bobby is Roger Mayweather in here. I got to pull these two apart during the breaks. Man, Hey, brother, I love these two brothers. This right
It's
here
all good, man.
is
Yeah, it's
real
all good.
conversation, man. NovaTime here on KBLA 1580. Tavis Smiley got his own talk station, and we in here cutting up. Nick and Bobby going at it. I love it. I had to tell the youngster, I said, hold on, that's the elder. He said, no, I ain't disrespecting him. I'm disrespecting what he said. I said,
Pretty
okay.
much.
I love it, man. I love it. Whew. All right. Let's get...
A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still.
Ooh, you rhyming now? Now y'all finna battle. You got a verse?
I ain't going up against him. I'm good.
Right, he got bars,
Yeah,
right?
he got some bars. He got some solid bars.
I gotta say this before I get into this next controversial story. Shaquille O'Neal basically said he don't root for 7th place. He said, I'ma celebrate Steph Curry, and the Warriors. He said, I'm not going to the Staples Center. I'm not going back down there.
Can't blame him. Why would he?
But can I just ask, why are Laker legends coming out and attacking LeBron? You know, attacked him last week. It was the Cap, Kareem,
And rightfully so.
Kareem said, you know,
You
goats
grab
don't
Joe
dance.
Johnson in that situation.
Well,
man.
I mean, here's the thing. I think Laker fans also too have a level of excellence and expectation that has not been reached this season. And there's going to be, just like when the USC when USC was going through their woes before Lincoln Riley's hiring, there were a lot of former USC alums that came out and said this team is basically trash. This team is horrible. From Keyshawn Johnson to Matt Leinart to countless others, Sue Cravens, countless other USC alums that came out and spoke against USC. So it's the same thing happening with the Lakers. The Laker faithful and the Laker legends are like, no, we're not accepting this. This is not acceptable. This is not what Laker basketball is about. It's not what Dr. Buss built Laker basketball to be.
But Dr. Buss didn't build this team.
No, but he built the Laker franchise. He put the Lakers on the map.
Whoa.
Did he not put the Lakers on the map?
Uh-oh. Now, you know Bobby did the podcast with Dan
No, I'm
Patrick
asking.
Westward
No, he didn't.
about the history of basketball in LA.
So who made the Lakers?
Jerry West.
Okay, let's take it a step further.
Can't argue that.
So no, you can't argue that. What I'm saying is, as far as them being a because when Jack Kent Cook had them, they were horrible. They were not they were not the team that everybody wanted to be a part of. When Dr. Buss took that team over, he was smart enough to put in a guy like Jerry West.
Not
he was
like
smart
there's only
enough.
one Jerry West.
No. But what I'm saying is,
The only other person you can mention in the same breath in terms of building franchises is Red Auerbach.
So we gonna ignore Dr. Buss's contribution.
No,
to
we're not
basketball?
ignoring it because
I'm just asking.
No, we're not.
You said we just not
We're
going to
not.
aggrandize it.
No, he didn't
No,
build
what
the
I'm
team.
saying is
He didn't build the team.
But what I'm saying is he had the smarts enough and
To
this
hire
is to
a great
hire a
mind.
Jerry West
Absolutely.
to want to be able to draft a Magic Johnson, which he knew was going to be the cornerstone of his franchise, and bring in the Laker girls with something that did not happen.
That never happened before. That was entertainment
That's
value.
the entertainment part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is LA.
But the
It's
Laker
Hollywood.
girl,
Right.
did
It's
not win
the Forum Club.
championships.
I mean, come on, the Forum Club. I mean, everything that accentuates LA is what Dr. Buss put into it and made it beyond just basketball.
But I think Bobby is just talking about just basketball.
Yeah, I'm going.
And you're talking about the whole
I'm
thing.
talking about the whole thing.
Yes, the
Just
whole experience.
Matter of fact, they're doing an HBO docuseries on the '80s Lakers with Dr. Buss and Magic and everybody, which I can't wait to see in March.
But it wasn't just the '80s; it was the following episode because Jerry West was the one that heard it.
Showtime, and all that.
True indeed.
When we come forward, NovaTime, our final segment, we have some salacious gossip. It's pro-alleged. It's alleged. We don't know if it's true or not, but it's everywhere, and we want to speak on it when we come forward. NovaTime.
Here's all I know.
I love y'all too. You too, motherfuckers.
For your YouTube folks, here's what the next session is going to be about. A woman will panic at the sight of a mouse, but she can bring a man down big as a house.
Damn. Okay, you still
Because
rhyming.
what's happening with that Jalen Rose Molly situation is Molly is inconsequential. She's replaceable overnight. She's replaceable. cute face, articulate, charismatic. You can find them a dime a dozen.
Nerve-wracking.
All of that. But what I'm saying is, Stephen A. Smith is one of those kind of people we call a simp. He ain't gonna never be able to lead with anything but his wallet.
Damn. Okay.
And when he started making,
Hey,
Let me open this door.
do you want to talk about the Deion Sanders had the Instagram model Brittany Renner?
We can.
he did what with her?
He just
Brought
had
her
him
down
talk to, he had
because
him
I
talk
didn't
to
get
his-
your
He did
opinion
what?
on it.
He had him talk to his players about the
Oh, about the
pitfalls.
gals. Oh yeah.
The gals.
Yeah,
I'm like, we gotta start calling them that again. The gals. Oh, it's on. We
The
talking about that.
Barracudas, you know, yeah.
We talking about that. The gals.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
For some of us, they never stopped being gals.
Oh my God.
So we went from cowboys to gals. It was over with. We've been swimming upstream ever since.
The gals.
Boy,
That is my new word from him. Hey, where the gals at?
There's a lot of dames up in here.
30.
woo, man, this hour flew by, boy. This is the last segment right here, right?
Yeah.
This is the last segment, right?
Last segment.
Right.
Show over. This,
Yeah.
Just like
Man,
that.
Always do, man.
Always like that.
He going to give you 2 hours, man, to get.
Hey, man, this
to figure
easy.
it out, man.
Easy.
That'll go fast too. You know.
Are we here next week?
Huh?
Are we here next week?
What's next week?
Saturday 18th.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
NovaTime. Where if you got an opinion, let's fight about it. Bobby and Nick, man. This has been my hardest refereeing match ever. I had to keep breaking them up. They fouling each other on the clinch. I love NovaTime, man. Listen, I wanted to get Nick Hamilton's opinion because we talked about this last week and Bobby didn't know. He didn't even know who the girl was.
Who?
Brittany,
Still don't know her.
Brittany Renner. Deion Sanders, you know what he did. He brought
Coach Prime.
the Instagram. And let me just say, Coach Prime done brought $30 million in revenue.
And then some.
And then some. He's turned that whole HBCU experience around, right?
At least for Jackson State. For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Props to him.
Absolutely. And you know, he was talking about giving other schools equipment and trainers.
And also, too, he brought in other coach, like Hugh Jackson became a head coach of Grambling State. which was announced
Absolutely.
This week.
Yes.
And then one side note, congratulations to Alabama quarterback Bryce Young, who won the Heisman Trophy.
Just now,
as
Pasadena.
Modern day.
Congratulations. Yes. Congratulations.
No. Pasadena's on.
He's still from modern day.
He played at Modern Day.
Yeah, that's all.
You know, Modern Day is mercenary for hire. Bring them in from wherever.
That's all right. That's all right.
Just don't send your non-athletic children there.
So, no, you can't do that. Now,
No, they not
look,
gonna have that.
1 minute to tell me your impression of what he did when he brought in the Instagram model Brittany Renner to speak.
I thought it was very smart. I thought it. I mean, what better way to drive home a point to the kids than have somebody who's already in it, like Brittany Renner.
So it's like bringing the devil to church.
Pretty much. He can tell you all about him and how hot it is, and it's dark. You know what I mean? So why not? I mean, I know some people didn't like it, but I thought it was fine because here's the thing: he can only tell you so much as Deion Sanders. He has to be able to relate to these kids on a very different level, not just coaching them, but teaching them as
About
well.
life, yes. Listen, this has been NovaTime. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Listen, come forward with us next Saturday. We're going to keep this fight going. I love it. You love it. Stay tuned for my man from Club Nouveau. His show comes on. Jay King. We'll be back. I said we'll be back. Damn it.
Oh boy.
Yo, we had a motherfucking ball up in here.
Yo. No, I love the energy because
Bobby!
Every day is school day.
Bobby and Nick, they gonna argue, goddammit. I love that.
Oh, no, I
Every
don't
day
back
is school
down.
day.
I love that, man. This was great. Thank you for